Hello, here's a Foxxy game that black won by 25 points, and actually it was much closer till almost the end when white lost a bunch of stones in the middle. So let's see how the fights developed. We got a very popular opening with a 2-space high Shimari, and white is playing an aggressive move. Usually the 1-space jump approach high or the P17 low approach are the common moves here for white. This kind of tsuke is played a lot against Chinese openings, so here it's quite surprising to see it. Then black keeps things simple with the Nobi, and now white went down. This situation is like black had a Sansan and white puts pressure with Q16. So when black pushes under at R16, white is supposed to go straight ahead at Q15, then black can push one more time and Keima. Or we can play the other Joseki with a Keima here, white jumps, Keima on the other side, and white jumps again. So this reverts to the variation where black had a Sansan originally, which is fine. And also, white can consider the 1-space jump at Q14, in which case black can play the wedge to create some cutting points, white can play an artistic move or just a solid connection, and black comes out on the side. But going down here at Q17, it's pretty good for black actually. So white should always step ahead instead of going back. Then Hane, Nobi, white makes tiger mouth, but the shape is somewhat over concentrated, so black got a nice corner here. Then black took away the extension. It's also possible to turn and push a couple of times here, then extend in the top, because again it's very difficult for white to use that thickness. So anyway, nice idea to play K17. It's a pretty good extension from the top left Shimari. So whoa, white is super aggressive, he doesn't need to invade. He could play on the left side, C12. So let's see, black tries to cover. Many good moves for black here. You can consider the Kosumi, 1-space jump, it's an option. Also N17 and descent, because this already gives black a little base, and white is still kind of over concentrated, so white needs to go out, and then black can play a counter pincer or defend the right side. But this game is good too. It's a nice idea to push that stone towards the top left where black is rather strong, and also keeps white's group separated. So white tries to escape, obviously. Here black can consider the double Hane, but there's a lot to read. Once you play the double Hane, white can cut, then extend, and now you can cover and try to catch the stones in the top, or just play a 1-space jump to make some liberties for your group first. So this fight can become complicated both for black and white. Therefore, it's fine to keep things simple with a Nobi. So double Hane, it's a move to consider, but it can be quite tricky and complicated. So simply go out. This peep is not really necessary, but it's not a bad move, because once white connects, he's in a bad empty triangle shape. So can be a well-timed peep in fact. But it's never so clear. When you play it too early, can be a waste, and when you wait too long, maybe you don't get to force your opponent connect. So, but this looks good for black, because white ended up over concentrated so many moves, doing nothing there just to capture one stone and survive. So again for black here, it's better to think about N17. Even though white will block O17, then when you go down, your base is much safer, and his group still looks cramped, so he needs to go out, then you jump here. In this case, it's fine to play that kind of move, because N18 is not going to force him O18 and then you go up and he plays again. He will play on top, obviously, he wants to make some I shape. So when you pull back here, he can just block, and already his I shape is better, and the black stones are on the second line now. If you play this Nobi, which is fine and it's a key point, when he separates, then you Hane like this. But he might play this move or even Hane. So when he plays this kind of move, you gotta connect underneath or connect to the right. But then he can think about a peep and come out. So the shape is quite light for white all of a sudden. So we have a Hane here. White should actually block this way. Then if black goes Atari, white connects. Now black has 2 cutting points to defend, and probably is good in this case to defend the top to keep some I shape, but so it's white. He will fix eyes easily. So in this case you can Atari, that's fine. Oh, that's the move. It's possible too, but you can play Atari and then you can go Kosumi, because in this case when he separates, you don't have to play other moves in the top, and you can just connect here or try to surround the group. There's a little problem when he plays all these moves, but actually the ladder doesn't work, so it's fine. Yeah, this ladder will be for black. And it's good to prevent being squeezed like it happened in the game. So Nobi, white plays Atari, connect. Well, instead of this move, better go down. Because the cut doesn't work anyway. You have this ladder. And if he pushes again, it doesn't help white either. Because when he pushes again, he removes his own liberty. So when he cuts, you play Atari like this, and then you can catch the stones in net. So now he's in big trouble. The problem here is white will cut and squeeze. So he came out. This move actually it's not really necessary. He can play Atari under, Atari again. This already gives black a bad shape. And then connecting the top. Now black needs to connect underneath and then jump out. But it's going to be a squeeze anyway. So here, black can play Atari on 3 stones and then connect on the, defend on the second line instead of allowing the squeeze. Now, when white comes out here, black is already kind of alive in the top and can go for a big kill. But yeah, ladder, it's working, so why not? And now, of course, Atari under. White can throw in first and Atari again, because this will just give black a terrible shape. White should play the squeeze right now, and then connect in the top, force black link under, and then come out. Push, and then Keima. Because all of a sudden, this is just a cluster of stones running into the center. It's similar to what happened in the game, but if white pulls back and black connects under, when white will throw in, black can ignore. Ah yeah, Atari first, then link, very good. So now white comes out, black jumps too, but this is a little bit greedy. It's enough to jump at Q11 because it's going to build a lot of territory on the right side. Also, black is already fine in the top, so now it's important to jump in the middle. So playing here is like trying to catch that group, but you push it into the center and then K13 can be in trouble. So the right side becomes really big. Now you gotta go out with this group, but it's still better to play a 2-space jump. Because when you play Keima, he will try to separate and then the shape is not too good. I mean, if you pull back, white can honey here. When you try to surround, he can push and cut. And that can be a problem for black groups. So now this is an empty triangle. White covers, okay. Come out, that's very good. Stay ahead. So far, so good. Black is still ahead of white. But it's very difficult to kill that group anymore. Yeah, nice. I mean, this fight is pretty much forced, so obviously white will squeeze more. In fact here, black should play Atari on 2 stones first. And when white comes out, you take this stone, because if he tries to save the 3 stones, it's going to be a very heavy formation to run with these 4. And also the other group can be in trouble again. So this way white can turn, then Atari, and capture the stone in a ladder. But later on, white didn't pay attention on that ladder. So black fixed the group in the center. Now the throw-in is too late because white already escaped, so those 2 stones are not important anymore. It's really not the right timing to play the squeeze. Well, it takes away black's eye shape, but black can easily jump, turn, squeeze, so it's not a problem. This turn is very good. Makes a powerful formation for black in the center. That's fine. This gives you a lot of territory on the left side, but actually it's interesting to attack the corner like this or like this, because you're working with your stones in the center, and also, for example, this one too. Try to set up a Moe on the bottom side. But yeah, D10 is not small. So he turns. Now this move, it's obviously a ladder breaker. Therefore, white should play a pincer like this or like this. Now black still cannot go out. But white didn't pay attention, so now black escapes, which is good because if you can catch some stones in the center, then you live in a much more comfortable way. So that's fine. White could play an Atari here first, actually even 2, and then the tiger mount. In fact, those Ataris will come soon. This is big. The kick is not so good. So black is probably taking the lead here in territory, because there's a lot of potential on the left side. This group in the middle is safe. A lot of points in the corner. and this is an empty area, so black can easily jump in. Let's see what happened. Yeah, very good, because from L3 you can jump to the left, to the right. So it should be okay for black right now. Okay, white tries to reduce the left side a little bit with that invasion. This exchange doesn't help, so it's better for white to capture the Ponoki right away. Because after black captures here, white is not going to put a stone inside at b7 and sacrifice that too. It's more interesting later for white to play Hane and force this block. But right now he doesn't have to do anything, just jump here to make some I shape or connect to the center. In fact, the jump would be better. So this way white gave up some extra stones, so that's a bonus. Now we can see why this exchange is a minus, because it's a stone played from the inside that just died. It's a loss without any compensation. Well, this jump, it's an overstretch, should be just a one space jump. If black plays here and then this one, white can come out, and white can also stretch some more for I shape. And also, if black blocks like this, white can just go up and the group is already alive. So this way it's a bit dangerous because black can play this attach, very good, and now connect, so b15 got punished and white still needs to come out to stay safe. Oh, he didn't. He doesn't need to. Tuck, 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 tuck. Yeah, this Atari is actually big. You must answer all those moves. But the problem is this move. So white will push. White has this cut. And then connect, and he can play here. That's sneaky. So it doesn't work to surround and kill. But it works to play this move, which is annoying, because now white needs to leave this way. Yeah, this is alive. But only twice. And then black can use some tactics in the middle. Now that can be a problem. Oh wait, the group is not separated anymore. But for later. Yeah, so black has some forcing moves here in the center. It's good enough to play this one and threaten the group on the left side, then try to get some advantage in the middle. But that can be played as counterage. So this is good. H3 is nice because it prepares the Sansan invasion at C3. So white jumps. That's also fine. Then the Sansan. But well, I mean here there are some moves that black can use later, like this connection, then Atari from behind and push again and try to cut this center. But yeah, right now the Sansan is good. So here white blocks, and the way black should connect under, it's actually b4 or c4. If white goes down, you just separate, then when Hane, you take the two stones, Atari, you capture, and white is still somewhat in trouble. But when you play Kosumi, it's even better, because if he pushes here, you block, if you Hane, you block, if he plays Atari, you connect, so it's all good. And now white still needs to come out and connect on neutral points. And then, of course, you can reduce the right side. So this one gives white a little bit of a better shape, because white can play c2 now. Then when you go down, he can push here. If you try to surround this group and get more out of it, you will live very comfortable. So when he plays this move, you don't have to push. You need to go down, because once he pushes here, you can connect underneath. And if you push like this, then on the cut, you don't have to go down. You have to play b2 and then Atari under to scoop out his I shape. Then he needs to connect this way. So these things can change all the time. I mean, there are situations when your opponent will play this move, then you play Atari, then he plays Atari under, and you capture the stone and he connects again. But this is the case when there is no stone here at b6. Because in this case, you can go down, and when he connects here, you will kill his two stones. So not to be confused. Therefore, if he tries this move and you play Atari, he's not going to play b3, but he will play c2, then b2, and he loses both stones on the left side. But in this case, it's good for black to play b3, then when he Hane, you block again. When he connects here, you connect. When he connects like this, he's in trouble with everything. So you could take away his corner and force him connect on neutral points like this. White is just making more points in the corner. So the only thing black can do is to play this kind of move and then Atari under. to reduce a little bit in center. And let's see if it was to play here, here, here. So this, then Hane, and now throw in. Yeah, this can be an option. So he needs to capture, and then Atari, then it's a ko. Or, when this move is played, white captures the 2 stones and black profits to connect under. So that's the RG that's left after going down. That's big. This is dying in the corner. So now the way to use this RG is to play this move first. Then when white covers, you go Hane. When white plays here, you push again. When white plays this, you just Keima. Or you push again in the corner, he plays this move, Atari, he goes down or he captures, and then Keima, and you leave easily, unconditionally. So playing like this, if white plays just Kosumi, the corner is dead. Therefore, there was no way to use R6 efficiently in this case. So, but that was quite okay. Black still managed to erase a bit of territory here, but with a cost of losing some stones. It's good to Atari here first, and now this one. In fact, in the end, when this Atari, white will connect anyway, so it's the same thing. Okay, Atari again, fine. Yeah, white could actually block in center. So now the game is extremely close. Yeah, once again, the combination is to play here. Because if white plays this move, black connects, and white just blocks, black will Hane and catch the 2 stones. If white goes down, black has the option to push and cut. Now, white has to save these guys by going out. You can push one more time and block here. And now there are only 2 liberties for the other stones. So the whole corner will die. So the Tesuji was actually to play e2. Like this, white is building more. And for black, it's very difficult to use this thickness in the middle. Unless black will cut around here. Which happened way later. That was quite surprising. So wait, is this move really working? What if you play no Tesuji like this? If white connects, you can play Atari. If he captures, you can play this move. So he dies with everything. And if white plays a Hane, you block. If Atari, you connect. If he connects here, you take the 3 stones and everything dies inside. So it's a better resistance to play this no Tesuji to make sure his peep doesn't connect to the bottom stones. So here we have a connection. Then defend, that's fine. Keep everything connected. The way to connect here is to go down H2. Because like this you expand your eye space and you don't let him monkey jump later. But this one connects and also takes away liberty. It might be important. And now just cut, okay. Here black can peep. Because even if white goes Atari and then Atari again, black will capture, then Atari again, black connects, but now there are many cutting points. So white has to decide how to connect. And obviously, black will take some stones and it's fine. So let's see how this works. Oh, disaster for white, similar to what happened in the game. So black went out, white does the same thing. Now when black connects to the left, white also needs to escape. But white got a little bit greedy here. So white should just take the 2 stones and stay connected. Threatening to cut everything, then protect like this. So it's a big difference. If white captures these 2 stones and he doesn't lose any of his stones, this is a difference of about 30 points. And now white can win the game by few. But black got out, captured the 2 stones. Now white played the monkey jump instead of connecting here. Push here would be nice, because now when black tries to wedge, Atari connect and defend. And anyway, this move is not going to raise much. So for example, when white defends in the middle and black blocks H2, white can Hane and connect, and in the end, black can make 1 or 2 points. And if black plays this, okay, Atari Sente, capture can be Sente, but Disco, it's also an option. But let's say black just connects here, and now white pushes or plays a mini monkey jump. In the end, it's not so much territory again for black. I mean, black will play this one, then this one, and this one. So there are 3 points. For those 3 points, white lost 25 in the middle and also the game. So good cut, and that was it. Now it's hard to come back. This is good. Hane, Atari, very good. You should capture the core also, because this is threatening to cut at 04. And this Kosumitsuki can be played anytime. White will pull back, then fight another core. If white gives up the stone, he also needs to go down to prevent the connection underneath. So black can just damage more. This move is good to keep in reserve as a core threat. So first take the core. If he doesn't connect, for example, he plays here, then you cut, he takes back, and now you use this Atari as a core threat. He connects, and then you capture one stone, make a few extra points. But now the game has been decided already. Yep. So here, let's see, Atari, Atari. If white goes this way, black and Atari, white captures a stone, black will block, and now white captures these guys. So actually the order of move is to play A2 to make sure you're going to play A3 also. Because white will play here and then Atari from behind. If white resists, now you have a co-fight. So white can lose everything. You can connect, Atari, capture back. And there is actually nothing to lose because you were losing the two stones in the corner in the first place. But now everything went according to the plan. Very big to play this D18. And it's finished. One last attempt for white to come back. Oh, that was dangerous. So, tuck, tuck, tuck. Yeah, actually it's a big call. Because if black plays here, white takes. Black has to go down, white captures this way. Oh la la, how it happened. So white took. Ah yeah, black removed his own liberty with F19. Yeah, this shouldn't happen. Better take the call, let white play the exchange in the top and connect again. But anyway, black didn't lose much in this co-fight. So it's still fine. Why this move in the corner? Black can just play here or wait, because nothing is happening there. So the beginning felt a little bit better for black, then it became chaotic in the center, and all of a sudden it got very close, and white could just keep his stones connected, but then he lost the tiny dragon here, and it was enough to lose the game. Well done. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.